I'm proud to be Chinese because I like the fact that my parents were able to teach me ancient wisdom from China that I still am able to use today.
Like, of course, you know, we have culture, 5,000 years of culture, we have good food, and we have, you know, all these, we have like tangshi and everything, but it's one of those things that when you are from a country that has so much rich history and culture, you kind of take it for granted sometimes.
Well, I'm proud to be Chinese because we invented everything.
Some of the inventions that were invented by the Chinese, and in my view, I don't think society would be where it is today if those inventions had to be invented.
We invented paper, and we invented the writing on paper, well, printing on paper, and aside from paper, we invented toilet paper, which is, I feel like, is a very important part of my life now.
I'm actually from Taiwan, and when people ask me if I'm Chinese or I'm Taiwanese, I always kind of have to think. I think I am a Taiwanese, but I'm ethnically Chinese, and I love the fact that I am from a culture that is thousands of years old. I mean, who else can say they have a country who, you know, who's basically been there for 5,000 years? Not very many people other than Chinese people can say that.
Soy milk, dim sum, Peking duck.
I am proud to be Chinese because we are known to age well. We age so well that sometimes you can't tell how old we are.
So on a superficial level, I'm proud of my exotic and unique features because it's probably easier for an Asian person to look more Western as opposed for a Western person to look Asian. Not saying that you guys want to look Asian out there, but I'm just putting that out there in case.
So if it's raining, which it actually is today, we invented umbrellas. So we actually invented the waterproof coating on the umbrella to make the umbrella useful in the rain. And besides from that, you know when you have like this beautiful scarf, it's all silky and nice. We invented the silk. Okay, we didn't invent silk, but we discovered silk and then we invented silk, I guess.
The quality of our hair is actually a round cross section as opposed to an oval shape, which means it's more durable. You know, all of the wigs and, you know, hair extensions in the world are usually from Asia, and that's usually from China, because we have the best type of hair.
Noodles, soup dumplings, 酸菜, 皮蛋.
They also put all kinds of like weird stuff in the soup, and it's just good for your body. You don't have to doubt it, just drink it and you'll be like, yeah.
Fireworks! Every year when you celebrate the new year, you can thank the Chinese people because we invented that.
我们中国人的5000年传统文化博大精深，从孔子的哲学到唐代的。
Ben, you're not Chinese.
I'm really proud to be Chinese for a lot of reasons, and specifically, I think the deep bond that Chinese family have with each other. I grew up under the one-child policy, so I didn't have any brothers or sisters, but I had a lot of cousins that. We call them, like, you know, 哥哥姐姐 or 妹妹弟弟. So you got a lot of cousins and you're a really close-knit family. So whenever you want to see someone or you want to visit someone, even if you're, you know, let's say I'm going back to China tomorrow, I'm going to go to my grandma's house. I don't need to call first, I don't need an email, I don't need to get permission, like, hey, can I come and visit you? I just show up and they love to see you. There's always good food waiting for you wherever you go. They always have your back.
I'm really proud of our rich and profound history because we're probably one of the only cultures in the world that can tell a whole story with only 4 words. We can express how we feel with a simple hand gesture, and we can endure so much, and yet these experiences allow us to have these qualities that we find today, like we're very conservative, know how to save and how to live or survive on very minimal resources. So I think it is something that I'm very proud to be a part of.
Other countries in Asia around China, they learned a lot from our ancient architecture. You can see their buildings, their temples are like really similar to our Tang Dynasty buildings.
You know, to be honest, for the longest time, I wasn't. I think a lot of Chinese people who are Chinese choose not to identify with being Chinese and instead be like ambiguously Asian because they don't want to be associated with the things that Chinese people are, like the negative associations that I guess kind of have unfortunately worked itself way into the Chinese stereotype. But I think for me it was around after I came to New York and started working at NTV and seeing like so many other young Chinese people around me and getting to really know the cultural side of things. I didn't know a lot about Chinese culture before coming here, to be honest. But after like watching Shen Yun and doing like the haute couture fashion show and just kind of being more immersed in the culture itself, I kind of learned that, hey, Chinese culture is really beautiful. There are parts of it that's like just so amazing and so beautiful. And there's that in every culture, I'm sure. But I guess for me, it was more of like, well, I am Chinese. Might as well, you know, learn to embrace my culture and really find out what that is.
I would like to think that countries can be compared to people. For countries like Australia and America, I feel like I would like to generalize this and say that they can be compared to like 20-year-old men, like younger men, and they're still very strong. They want to be the best, and you know, they are very technology savvy. And for a country like China that's been around for 5,000 years, I would like to think of it as being like an older gentleman. Like, okay, is the government the best it can be? Terrible. Is the technology up to par? Probably not. You know, even in some aspects, we're very not caught up with the rest of the world. But how can you not respect an older gentleman, even if he isn't at his best at that moment? Because he's been through more than, you know, me, like somebody who's 20-something years old, they've been through more, they've survived for that long. And for a country to survive and to flourish for 5,000 years, that's not a small feat. And I feel like that's why I'm proud to be Chinese. And, you know, just me existing and everyone else, all the Chinese, we're kind of like a living relic. And I think that's something special.
I'm proud to be Chinese because I think preservation and determination is a really strong trait amongst Chinese. And this was apparent to me because my family and I, and along with my cousins and uncles and aunts, we all immigrated from China like 20 some odd years ago to different parts of the world. And they were so determined. They started out with nothing, but now they made a great life for them, for me, and in the future I have that opportunity to make for my kids. So that determination and perseverance I really admire that.
We're proud of our Chinese people is that they are really hardworking, they're disciplined, really like focus on their job.
I'm proud to be Chinese because we are one of the most resilient people in the world. I guess there's 2 points. One is that around the world you can find Chinese people anywhere, and wherever they go they flourish and they, you know, succeed. So they know how to adapt and they know how to take on challenges. For example, in China, like dynasty in, dynasty out, 5,000 years, and we are somehow still one piece. We are all the people, like the people are still there, and we're still a country. So no matter what happens, we're still around. So I guess like Chinese people really know how to take on a challenge, and no matter, you know, and never give up basically. So I think that's why I'm proud to be Chinese.
In Chinese culture, there's the idea that the parents can sacrifice anything for the children. And let me give you an example. So when I was in China, I would go to KFC, which is kind of more expensive, considered to be more expensive than KFC would be considered in America. And when I go to KFC, I would see these families sitting at these tables, and only the kid in the family, usually there's only one child, would get to eat. And the parents, and you can tell that they don't have a lot of money, but they would buy like some Happy Meal or something, and they would just watch the kid eat. And it's kind of like really sad, but also touching at the same time, because the parents, as long as they see the kid is happy and that they're, you know, enjoying the food, that's all they need. And you know, from the looks of it, maybe they can't afford to all eat at KFC, all the whole family, but at least, you know, they would sacrifice as much as they can for their kid. So I think that's pretty something to be proud of.
So this video is a little bit different from what we usually do, but I've actually wanted to make it for a while now. And ever since we started our channel of the Great Wall, a lot of people have messaged us and commented and saying that, you know, after watching your videos, I feel proud of my Chinese heritage now, and I used to be ashamed. So, and I feel like for me, I've never felt ashamed to be Chinese. And even though I came from an area where it's like predominantly white, and they used to tease me for being Chinese, but I've always been proud of my heritage. So I hope this video can help some of you people out there who are not proud to be Chinese, because I guess a lot of people are not proud because of all the bad connotations to it. You know, Chinese people are known to be cheap, or like, you know, just like not very active, or like, you know, of the fake products or pollution or bad government or whatever. But I feel like that's just the negative side. Every situation there's positive and negative, and it's up to you what you want to choose, whether you want to be the positive, you know, want to focus on the positive or focus on the negative. So I really hope that this video can help you look at the positive side of Chinese culture and heritage. And no matter where you're from or what heritage you are, you should be proud of it.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Those are some of the things that we're proud of. So let us know why you're proud to be Chinese.
Yes, and make sure to share this video with your friends and family, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And actually, you need to join Google+ now if you want to comment below. Alright, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe.